Nyupe is currently on a work assignment in Japan and wanted to do his presentation online, but the committee would rather wait for him to return and do it in person.
We are willing to wait until he's here to engage us, but we are not willing. COVID has come to an end, and we want to deal with Namibian issue on a very serious note, not through virtual when you are supposed to be here. So that's...
Tweya said the committee derives its mandate from Article 100 of the Constitution and spelled it out to the GIZ delegation that they want straight answers to their questions around green hydrogen. He welcomed the presentation by Stephanie Bush from the Environmental Lawyers Network. Bush pointed out the lack of legislation specifically governing green hydrogen industry. The laws are scattered over various ministries, particularly regarding land regimes and water usage. Therefore, there is no single ministry championing the industry.
So the only two documents that we would have is firstly the Harambee Prosperity Plan, where it was established as a goal that Namibia will consider the feasibility of this industry, and then secondly the Namibia Green Hydrogen Strategy that was then published end of last year in November 2022. So for the time being, when I, for example, have a client that comes and says, look, how does green hydrogen, how is it regulated here? We tell them that there is residual legislation where we can piece together all of the different elements of this project. And there is a way to have the entire project be regulated. But
the Constitution, Bush continues, lays out principle of sovereign ownership of the resources of the country. The foundational principles of Article 100 enshrine the international principle of permanent sovereignty over national resources the state have, that is, the state's inalienable right to self-determination as to what happens with its national resources. It is a state's responsibility to deal with the national resources in a manner that will benefit the people. Tweya also expressed his unhappiness with the Ministry of Mines and Energy, who seemed not to know much about the green hydrogen industry. He also told an official of the ministry at the consultations that the committee is not interested in policies but wants to see concrete evidence to show that it is in charge.
Last year, as our guest, having this responsibility, we invited the Ministry of Mines and Energy, of which we believed are responsible for managing our natural resources. To our disappointment, they did not share more light on it. Simple. They are not in charge of it, but it's our resources. There is an entity put up there like a council, and we don't know to whom is this council responsible to, and we don't want to jump into things. As lawmakers, we want to do things legally and orderly.